Howdy. Right, a day has passed since the last video. Unfortunately, there's been a mixture of, like, me being busy and me being ill. I got ill, and not long after I made the video, a couple hours later actually. My stomach acid wouldn't calm down, and then it made me feel incredibly bad, so I didn't get round to playing, and I didn't get round to making a video that I was going to upload in the evening. It happens once in a while, but unfortunately it made me feel like utter shit, so I didn't get round to recording the video. I'm going to try to do a daily video, but I'm still busy. I've still got a lot of real life stuff that I need to do before I can make the videos, so I apologise for that. Sorry. But yeah, I'm now level 22. It's not going as fast as like everybody else is fucking doing. Everybody's at endgame already. Couldn't give a shit. I'm going at my own pace. Shut up. What have I got to do? Search the slain knights. Okay. The fuck? Anyway. Yeah, well, sorry, I lost track of mine. Forgot I'm recording. Speaking of leveling up, it's pretty cool. Nicely timed. I'm still internally fuming at the revelation that I'm not getting extra wolves. Well, I am sort of, kind of. I am getting one extra wolf, maybe two. It's like a 6% chance to summon a wolf. Like, there we go, we got another wolf. I think I've understood why Blizzard have done it that way, but it's still fucking infuriating. They've made it so that you can get the occasional wolf. And the reason why they've done that is because of the way that wolves actually works with its active. The active portion does not share the damage between the wolves. Each wolf is doing that damage. So if I had +3 wolves, all 5 wolves would be doing, what, 800 damage each per leap. So that's 800 times 5 at level 20. I get it. That's a little bit fucking strong for the damage. I get it. But at the same time, that's actually, like, nothing compared to what the majority of other builds can actually do, you know? And, making that limitation, I don't ultimately know why they've decided to do that. That's, like, I would rather have the wolves and then just share the damage than to have each wolf doing that damage, because I want more companions. I want there to be more targets for the enemies to hit, because it takes damage off me, especially when it comes to bosses or whatever, solo targets. It makes the bosses attack the wolves, and they're less likely to hit me. And I thought that was the point, because they don't have a taunt function, and because I've only got 2 wolves and they don't taunt, that's, like, the only thing that they're there for, basically, is damage. So, the way that you need to see it is that it's more or less the same as a kill command pet wolf thing in whatever the fuck, whatever that animal, I'm trying to remember what animal I use for World of Warcraft, but it's more or less the same thing, where you spam, like, kill command or whatever, where they don't want you to have that many pets, because they want it to feel like you're playing Hunter in World of Warcraft. I'm against that idea. I honestly do think that I think that Druid should have more companions. Having 2 wolves and an occasional third is not... No, that's not something that I care to see or use. I want more pets. I want more visual pets on screen. I want to be able to have more than 2. And I think even with 5 pets, 5 wolves, with +3 wolves, I don't think Druid Companion is still going to be stronger, or, you know, on paper be stronger, than just going Tornado fucking Spam Frenzy werewolf form, right? There's just no way. There's just no way. So I don't quite honestly know why they've done it this way. Why they've just given it ranks instead of actually giving more. I'm baffled by that, and like I said, I'm still internally fuming. I hope they change it and they actually make it so it is actually +3 wolves and not +3 ranks to wolves. I don't give a shit for giving them more ranks. It's nice to have more damage, but who cares? I'd rather have more wolves. So, Blizzard, for fuck's sake. As the video title implied, I was annoyed. Pretty much everyone that wanted to go Companion Wolves as well is more than likely annoyed when they found out that +3 wolves didn't actually mean what it is written down as meaning. I think it's really stupid. Again, I've said this a lot when it comes to this game, to Diablo 4. The majority of the game feels untested. It doesn't feel like Blizzard have put any thought, energy, or effort into anything, and everything seems questionable. Their descriptors are really fucking crap. They've yet again had to apologize because they clearly didn't know how to balance the game. They've had to apologize because of the recent patch, because it upset basically everyone. And they said that they won't do that again for future patches. Like, how fucking pulled from reality are Blizzard? That they don't know their product, they don't know their customers, nothing's tested, everything seems broken. Like, I want to say that Diablo 4 is a good game. I think it's more correct to say that you can tolerate Diablo 4. It's a tolerable game experience. I think that's the correct statement. I don't think... Well, immediately frozen. I don't think anyone can say that this is a good product. At the moment, right? It feels incredibly rushed. It feels one-sided. It feels unbalanced. It feels as if everything's untested. And this Malignant stuff, I've been messing with it a little bit, and I'm still trying to get my head around what is the point of the Invoker. Because the cost of making the Invokers, the keys to, you know, for the event, that's basically what they are. I don't know why they call them Invokers, just call them keys, because that's basically what they are. The cost to make them for the reward, at this level at least, is so pointless that it has the same impact as, like, the only analogy that I can put into place is when it comes to Path of Exiles. You know, when a brand new league comes out, and for the first fucking 30 to 40 levels, you ignore the league mechanic because you're too underpowered for it. It's too over fucking tuned. It's too strong. You're not going to get any good rewards. It's best to just ignore it until basically upwards towards Kitava 2 or after Kitava 2 when you start mapping. It's the same fucking thing, right? With this early Malignant shit. It doesn't feel like you should be concentrating on it at all. It just feels like the Malignant stuff happens in the background and you should ignore it. Again, it feels untested. Everything in this game feels rushed. Like, the Malignant stuff doesn't feel rewarding at this point. It probably does end game. Because again, the Malignant stuff is not something that should be, you know, used and abused as you level up. It's supposed to be like end game content. It's supposed to reward you for, you know, playing stronger content. I get it, fine. But in the current situation, the cost to make the Invokers... By the way, you can get them for free just by killing stuff because they drop randomly. You don't even need to craft the keys. But because the enemies can randomly spawn as Malignant, there's also the high chance that you will get a Malignant Heart without needing to spend the Invoker cost. So not only do you not need to craft, not only do you basically ignore the content, but the game rewards you anyway for ignoring it. I'm trying to figure out Blizzard's decision for quite a lot of things, but they're just upsetting me at every turn, so I'm trying not to now. Because now that I've looked at the Malignant stuff, I can honestly say this: ignore it. Don't bother with it. Just play the maps, level up, do what's necessary to get to endgame, and then maybe pay attention to it when you're doing Nightmare Dungeons. You know? Maybe then give it your attention. Because the problem with it is that the Malignant Hearts, they give armor. And that armor value increases with its eye level value. The actual thing that the Malignant Heart does, maybe it goes up a little bit, but not much. But the strength of the armor that you get from the Malignant Heart goes up with the item level. So it's actually pointless getting weaker Malignant Hearts, because you want more armor. So it's actually pointless using them to even to level up. So I'm left in a sort of little quandary, little fucking problem again, where it feels like it's Path of Exiles, where the only thing that you should be doing is ignoring the Malignant stuff. Only doing it because, like, the seasonal content, the quest chain for it, does actually require you to give it a little bit of attention. In terms of the seasonal stuff at the moment, I've done the first 2. I haven't completed this fully. I still need to reach level 25, that's natural. Kill demons to get their demon hearts. I'm so warm. It's still summer. I keep forgetting it's summer. I push it down, it shouldn't hopefully blow onto the microphone. But yeah, that's all I need to do is just get some demon hearts as well as reach level 25, and then I've maxed out season 2, chapter 2, season 2. What the fuck? Season 1, chapter 2. So they've done it in chapters. There's 7 chapters. Chapter 3, I'm working through it. I don't necessarily know if I'm going to be doing this stuff for the videos. Because these are just random stuff that happen in the background. These aren't really things that you can really focus on at the moment, because they don't say things like go out of your way to kill this boss, or, you know, kill X amount of bosses, or in fact kill players. I haven't seen that in the seasonal stuff yet. Just like upgrade, use a particular invoker. Again, it feels like the invoker stuff, like I said, it feels like it's only there for the seasonal content. It doesn't feel like it's there for general gameplay. So to use an invoker, a key that's labeled as Wrathful, because you got Deviant, Wrathful, and then the other one. There's 3 different kinds. But yeah, so I only have to do it once. Like, this should say 10 times, right? It shouldn't say once. Like, the fact that I've done 2 already in the past day, and I've been ill and busy. Like, I don't. But, you know, I'm enjoying it. It's fine. It's different stuff. I mean, it's not that different that it's noticeably different. It's just something else to do, is what I'm getting at. The Malignant stuff is... It's not really rewarding in that sense of, like, oh, if you do this, you go out of your way and you get more powerful. Oh, you are fucking kidding me. I can't beat that. There's no way. And again, I do have 18 heals. Fucking healing thing behind me. Gives you all your potions back. No, I can't do this. Didn't let me heal then. Ah! Heal! Wait, did I bug then? Did my potions... Wait. No, I think I misread it. I can't even get him down to 1 bar. Okay. That ain't happening. It ain't happening. I don't know why Butcher appears on World Tier 1. I don't understand. It just feels like it's Blizzard's way of making the game feel like it's longer than what it actually is. Just to cheap kill players. It does feel like a cheap kill mechanic. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to sit there and go, no, you're wrong. Why the fuck is he appearing at level 23 on World Tier 1? Has he gone? I think he's gone. Good. I think that's just there to cheap kill players because it takes time. Like, to respawn and get back to where you were. Like, there's no other fucking reason to put him there, right? Why the fuck was he there? There's no way. I know it's potentially possible that some characters could beat him at that point. I think Thorn's Barb might have been able to do it. There's no way I'm fucking doing it. You kidding me? Oh, did the Animus not drop? Did I not pick it up? I did pick it up. Oh. There's so much questionable content in this game. So much questionable shit. It's only been like, what, 3 days or whatever since the fucking, I mean, I'm still going to put this in the title as Day 2. Because it is only Day 2 for me, technically. I have been playing it every day, but I'm still going to put it as Day 2. But even the big channels that I've been watching for Diablo 3, even they, 3 days later, have gone back to playing their other games. And they just, like, occasionally come back onto this to play for an hour or something just to level up. That's not good, dude. That's not good. That these other channels are already getting bored after 3 days. Because the problem with the Malignant stuff is that it hasn't added anything new. It's not added an endgame boss, I don't think. I don't know, I have not looked into it. Clearly it hasn't, if they haven't, you know, got their fucking want out of it. The Malignant stuff feels like it was missing from launch. That's all it is, right? Just content that was missing at launch. And I think that's probably the reason why people are already looking at it like, really? That this is the content that you've added in? Doesn't feel that great. That's because I don't think it's supposed to feel that great. I think this content was just missing. Well, my bird agrees. I actually have no idea if there is a boss, if there's a specific Malignant boss. And if there is, it's probably that easy to kill that people got bored with it already. I don't know. I guess I'll find out eventually and you'll be able to see my reaction when I do it, but at the same time... I honestly thought that was the fucking Butcher again. I just saw him running at me and I was like, Butcher? What? Do you know what's stupid? The Butcher actually needs his own domain. It needs to be the cathedral from the first game. You scale it. You get to his room, which again is the central room with doors around it. Or just a door, I guess. And you go inside and there's corpses everywhere and the Butcher's in the center. I mean, yeah, it's not the same Butcher as the first game, because obviously that Butcher's dead. But at the same time, the Butcher still exists. so why is he not a boss? Why is he just some douche that shows on World Tier 1 at level 23? Like, come on. Blizzard. Instead of using him as a cheap, shitty kill mechanic, just make him into a boss. Still have him spawn randomly, fine. But still, make him into an actual dungeon boss. Ghost War Prospect. That's why I came here. Sweet. $205. No. I just need, like, I can't really do much because I just need to level up. Because obviously skipping the story means that you don't get to see riveting content. Like, I don't get to do the story bosses. There's so many things that are very questionable, including like the story bosses. I'd like to be able to do those again without needing to do the story. Like, I don't understand why they didn't include that in. It's like, oh, you want to skip the story? Well, fuck you. You ain't doing the story bosses again. The story bosses are pretty cool to fight. It's just the shit that's before it that's really boring. It's like boring, 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 boring story boss. Oh, this is interesting. They really need to fucking, like, fix that. I think Butcher needs to be his own boss. He can still free roam, fine, whatever, but he still needs his own domain, his own dungeon. The story bosses, it needs to be more than just Lilith, because just only fighting Lilith again is just going to be boring for everyone. Everyone wants to fight the story bosses again. It's unanimous. And I still cannot believe that after I use this, this is probably the most disappointing thing for me, because I was looking forward to having more pets. I was actually looking forward to it. Oh, one of those things. I'm still going to keep trying to make the build work. We're going through the Nightmare stuff as well with this particular build. I still like the idea of it. I still like this. If you get the edition, the one that makes it so that you can, you know, give yourself crit and whatever. That still works by giving it to the wolf. That's pretty cool. I like that. The actual heal aspect heals the wolves as well. I like the idea of using Landslide. It's not powerful. It's not stupid. It's fun to use. It's crit heavy, which is brilliant because it allows me to actually build crit. This just applies some area of effect stuff like vulnerability and slow. This is just making me more tanky, which is really nice. And it gives me an auto attack, Storm Strike. I am still going Nature's Fury, obviously, so I can get triggers off other things. And then obviously you're going to be spamming the wolves by getting as much cooldown reduction as possible. I'm not sure what kind of cooldown reduction I can get. Realistically, this will probably get down to about, what, 7 seconds? I mean, it's not that bad. It's not fully spammable, but I'd still say that's better than going Lucky Hit. Going Lucky Hit on Druid is just but whatever. I keep leveling up, keep playing, keep moaning. Because I'm a Brit. That's all I do. Sarcastic wit and plenty of crit. Moaning, as in, like, critiquing. The game feels the same so far. So far, I haven't experienced later Malignant stuff. I'm still doing the Malignant quest chain, obviously. There's not really much I can say. The only thing that this wants me to do at the moment is just go to certain locations and pick up what looks like a little scroll. So I could just literally run here, pick up a scroll, run here, pick up a scroll, and then that's that quest done. I did 2 quests, and then it said chapter 1 and 2, so that the actual quest itself required me to do chapter 1 and 2. That was weird. I did like 2 season quests, just 2, and then immediately it wanted me to complete the first 2 chapters before I could do the next seasonal stuff. So that felt rushed. Like, I was expecting to do quite a few quests before it asked me to complete season 1. Or you do like a bunch of quests in a row, and then you complete season 1 by handing in like, you get like 100% and it gives you a token, and then you hand the token in at the end or something, and then it moves you on to the next chapter. But no, it's like fully open. You could just do them all as is. Feels a bit weird. Again, it feels rushed. It doesn't feel like it was tested properly. It's quite annoying me pointing that out, but I have to. Like, it's not that I'm trying to be negative. I'm just literally labeling what the game does. That's not me being negative. That's me being factual. If facts about the game are perceived as only negative, then the game's only negative, okay? You just have to fucking get it into your head. It's not me moaning. I'm not trying to moan. I'm just talking about things that I'm experiencing. There isn't much positive spin on it. Like, this season 1 stuff should have been in at release. There's just no ifs or buts. The Malignant stuff really should have been in. And because the Malignant stuff was only something else to do, it wasn't its own sort of branching arc, that because it was layered in with the rest of the content, you could clearly tell that season 1 should have been there at release. It just should have been. And I think this is the reason why people are bored with the Malignant stuff. It's been fucking 3 days. 3 days. And these streamers that I've been watching have only been playing it, like, sporadically. Like, that same hype isn't there. And I don't think it's because Malignant's bad. I just think it's because Malignant should have been there from day one. That experience would have still tapered off today, right? Like, put it this way, if Malignant Season 1 was at the very beginning, on release, it would be the same game, the same experience as you're getting right now. Nothing's different, nothing's really changed. There's an additional thing to do in the game with the Malignant stuff, but it's not really going to lengthen out your gameplay experience. Once you reach that end game, there was still nothing to do. There was only Lilith. Get it in your head. That was it. Nightmare Dungeons and Lilith. And I think people have already rushed through Season 1 to the point that they've realized that the majority of stuff, especially in here, it's just not worth doing. Like, the majority of this stuff is not worth doing. And how you could just, like, buy your way through it anyway is hilarious, by the way. That you could just spend money without needing to do a single quest. You could go all the way through to the end just by buying the tiers. 200. How much is that, by the way? Per level. There's 100 levels. So what's that? It's about it's 180 quid, right? Simple maths. It's 1.8. 200 is double. It's 180 pound. If you give Blizzard right now 180 pound, you can get to level 100. $86 days as well. It's just, this isn't worth it as well, by the way. I suppose I'll add this on to the end of the video. But this isn't worth it either. So, from what I can tell, you get these, right? So there's ×3, ×2. You can get all of them maxed, as long as you get to the end of Season 1. So you need to get all the way to level, what is it, 80? No, yeah, 88 on the fuck. Oh, it's 90, not 100. It's 90. Excuse me. So it's not 180 pound. It's 160, isn't it? Or whatever the fuck. But either way, 90 levels. And you need to be level 100 to unlock this, which is hilarious. Like, you can't get the season stuff unless you get to level 100. But, boost to XP earned from monster kills. Now, these are permanent, as far as I'm aware. I don't know if it's permanent for only the season, or if it carries over to next season. I doubt it will, because obviously you will then have an advantage at season 2. So you have to look at it this way. This is actually pointless to get. It gets you to higher levels quicker, I guess, but who the fuck is trying to do that when there's no content waiting for them? This kind of urn of aggression thing with the XP, this is only worth getting if the game has a lot of stuff to do. Like a lot of content, and it doesn't. The game's missing a lot of content. I think it's not going to be until like season 3 or 4 where the game will finally have enough content in it that you could justify this. So this one's useless. The amount of gold, again, useless. Boost to the amount of gold earned from vendors. So you have to sell to the vendor, which means that if you break stuff down for the craft mats, you don't get gold. If gold drops by monsters, you don't get increased gold. You have to sell everything to the vendors. The only reason why you would do that is if you are in a position where you've got so many mats that you don't need to break them down anymore. You're not going to be in a situation where you need vendor gold, right? That's just not happening, right? So again, these two are just pretty fucking pointless. Boost to the chance of rare materials from salvage. This is pretty good. This is actually pretty good. You get 10% per, so there's 50%. This is a chance. So there's a 50% chance that you... Oh, no, it's 40. I thought it was 50. Okay, no, it's 40. Sorry, my bad. It's 40% chance of you getting 1 extra salvage mat. Doesn't sound like much, but it's the same as breaking down 2 items at the same time, right? So you can't be mad at that. That's all right. Boost to the duration of all elixirs. This is insane. This is probably the only one that you should be getting. So it's 15% per, and then there's 4, because I thought it was 5. There's 4. So yeah, 60% boost. That is really fucking good for elixirs. Especially the elixir that gives 900 armor. Okay? Okay. Duration. 60% duration. That's pretty fucking good. The Urn of Malignance. Boost to the chance of powerful malignant heart drops. Hearts drop after completing the campaign. Blah, 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 blah. This goes up to 20%. The powerful malignants, they have to be so mind-blowingly good that they're either rare, unique, or in terms of what they are. I don't mean the stats or whatever. In terms of their names, in terms of what they give, it has to be so fucking good that these powerful malignants, they cannot be found in normal ways. But the word boost kind of shows that the game drops these anyway. So this is just a boost to the chance. Now, we have an issue here that the game's not really explaining. Is this a collective boost, or is this a sort of multiplicative boost? What do I mean by this? Well, let's just say that the base chance for a powerful malignant heart to drop is 5%. It's probably less than that, because they don't want you farming these things, right? So it's actually probably realistically 1%. So are you trying to tell me that this boosts it by 20%? Or is it 20% of 1%? So the difference being that if it was added, that means it'll be at 21%. That actually sounds pretty good. There's just no way the Blizzard are going to allow you to have a powerful malignant drop at 21%. So if it's 20% of 1%, that boosts it from 1% to 1.2%. So which is it? You ain't got a fucking clue, have you? I haven't got a fucking clue. I doubt Google has a fucking clue. I think we're going to have to wait until people have data mined this information. I don't know if it has actually been data mined yet, but the outcome is completely different. It says boost. Now, I think boost might be an additive. And if it is an additive, plus 20% added to the base drop of 1% to make it 21%, yes, it'll be worth getting. Because if you can increase the chance to get your Malignant Hearts by 20%, 20 flat percent, yes, that's brilliant. But this is Blizzard we're talking about. Realistically, it's probably going to just boost it by 20% of 1%, so it'd be 1.2%. Is that worth it? Well, fucking no. Okay? So out of everything, I'd say these two are the only ones worth getting. So that's 4 points for each, right? Yeah, so that's 8 in total. Well, realistically, when are we going to be able to get that? Let's go back to the start. At what level will I be able to get 8 points into the seasonal thing? So we get 1 there. Get 1 there. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Seasonal content up to level 52. And you have to be level 80. So level 80, 52 levels in the season. I think most people would start getting bored at that point. I think realistically, most people are going to get seasonal content up to maybe level 60 to 70 before they get so bored that they just stop. So yeah, I think that, like, in terms of the levels and stuff, getting these two is probably realistic under most circumstances, situations for the season. But putting points into the other 3 is completely pointless. Like, just don't do it. Which one would I recommend getting first? Probably the elixir, right? Because elixirs are very powerful. But getting the extra, like, 40% into material salvage is still pretty valid. But I think the duration is probably more important. Because some of these elixirs are very powerful. And getting them extended is actually something that you probably should be doing. But yeah, like... Again, most of this stuff feels so fucking weak in comparison to what it should be. I don't know. I'm just giving you my 2 cents, my thoughts on it. And I genuinely do think that that is pretty fucking shit. If I'm going to be brutally fucking honest. Right? Most of this seasonal stuff is really fucking weak. I was trying to figure out why people are already getting bored of the game. I don't think they're getting bored. I think they're just mostly upset with the fact that the game just doesn't feel like it's added anything. Maybe it hasn't. I don't know. But, well, we'll see. I'll keep making the videos, keep playing. This is day 2. I've spoke my mind of quite a few things. I'm not going to bring that up in the next video. I'm glad I've done this now, get it out the way. The next video is just going to be me pushing content, getting my levels up. So day 3 tomorrow, I mean, I'm still not feeling that great, but day 3 tomorrow, I'm probably just going to, well, I don't know, I might just do the bosses, like just do the segments for the bosses, do like several dungeon bosses, and then you can get to watch me kill bosses all over. I don't know what other content I can really do at the moment, being this low level. There's not really much I can do at this point. I can't push the nightmare dungeons yet. I'll be recording the seasonal stuff as well, so if I find anything interesting, you'll see it in the video. But I'm too low level for me to really say that I can push the good content yet. But until then, this is day 2, and now I've done nothing but moan, whinge, But that's just probably me being British. But I don't think I'm wrong in saying that I've been let down. I think what a lot of people have, it's the exact same game. It's launched Diablo 4, except there's a malignant thing that you can sock it into your rings now. It's not mind-blowing. But again, like I say, I don't think season 1 content, I don't think it should have been mind-blowing. I think it was just missing from release. But now that it's out there, we can concentrate on playing the game the way that the game, I guess, is meant to be played, with the seasonal stuff. In terms of the actual seasonal unlocks that you get as well, I'm not really paying much attention. I know that they're going to be permanent, obviously. All of the equipment, the transmog stuff, like if you get it unlocked, it's going to be on your account permanently. I've looked through it. The majority of it is not worth unlocking. It looks terrible. But I've got a feeling that that's on purpose, that they don't want you getting like really cool looking stuff for Season 1. They're probably going to do that for Season 2 onwards. But I think that the base transmogs look pretty good anyway. There's a video that I watched about that. Basically someone saying that that they think that Blizzard added in the good transmogs to the default game, and they're not really going to be able to blow us away. I don't think this is true. I think that Blizzard have got a lot of transmog stuff. It's like World of Warcraft all over again. Like, do you want to know what I actually had for my hunter in World of Warcraft? No hat, no helmet or anything like that. It was a plain white baggy sort of Renaissance style shirt. I was a dwarf, by the way. And so like the arm padding looked really good, and it had like the padding came out and stuff on the wrist, and it looked like he's got like something around his neck, like a sort of necklace or whatever the fuck. I'll have to get a picture of it. I don't know. I'd have to reinstall World of Warcraft, but he's got like normal basic black trousers on, and he looks like he spent most of the night sitting at a table in a bar smoking cigars with his shirt unbuttoned like this, just I love transmogs. I love messing with transmogs. So I'm kind of curious what the next seasonal stuff is. I'm not impressed with Season 1's transmog stuff. I think it looks pretty terrible. I think they're trying too hard to make them look menacing, I guess. But they really should just put basic stuff in. Like, just random crap. It doesn't matter what it is, because people will mix and match to make their character look unique. And I just love the fact that I had no hat on. No, he had... Oh, he did have a hat on. It wasn't a hat. It was a pirate thing, a patch over one eye, with his baggy white top on, with his fucking shirt unbuttoned like this, and he's just like black trousers and just fucking strolling around like he's constantly drunk. Anyway, thank you for watching. No more negative. Like day 3 onwards, I'm not going to be I'm just going to do the content, level up. It just had to be said. I'm sorry. This video, it had to be said. I'm a little bit disappointed. The main disappointment is the fact that I didn't get extra wolves. That's why I'm a little bit knocked. But apart from that, the game's exactly the same as it was at launch. That's all I can really say. I'm not bored of the game at all, so don't worry about that. But either way, see ya on day 3. I just need to fucking level up.